Hi, I'm Tom, and welcome to your Word for the Day. Our word for the day is rush. Listen to what the psalmist said, Psalm 37:7. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. And do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes. You know, it's hard to show love when you're in a rush, but it seems like that's the pace of the world that we live in. We're rushing all the time. So how much love do you show when you're rushing? Absolutely none. In fact, rushing actually kills love in our life. I ran across this story about this elderly couple that I want to share with you. It takes a little while, but they were flying first class. In fact, it was the first time that they ever flown, and they were celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. And so they're sitting behind a businessman who is enormously frustrated with them because they had been just ahead of him in line at the gate and they'd slowed him down. And again, boarding the plane, they were slow and they slowed him down. They moved slowly, but he was in a hurry. And when the meal was served, they delayed the businessman again by having to get some pills from the overhead storage. And inadvertently, they dropped a battered old duffel bag on the guy. And he just erupts and he says, "What's the matter with you people? You should never even be traveling in a plane, and you should always stay at home." I mean, he was so rude to them. And then to register his anger, the man sat down and reclined his seat back as hard as he could, so hard that the elderly husband's tray of food spilled over on him and on his wife. And the flight attendant apologized profusely and said, "Is there anything that we can do for you?" And the husband explained that they were celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary and they were flying for the very first time. And so she said, "Well, let me at least get you a bottle of wine." And so the flight attendant brings back this bottle of wine, and when it was uncorked, the husband stood up and he proposed a toast with this bottle. And then he poured the bottle over the head of the impatient businessman sitting in front of him. And everyone clapped and cheered. Probably not the best story in the world, but I think it sends a point home to us. And I think it sends to me this point, that Jesus, as I read about him, he was never in a rush. And if we follow his example, we must aggressively eliminate hurry and rushing from our lives. And remember, we cannot move faster than the one we're following. So let's follow him today. Let's wait on the Lord. Let's love others. And let's have a great day.